Good evening, folks. It's 2142 on the 18th day of 9th month, 2022. And I have to say it's starting. It's a major flooding event. I consider this the Gisborne area because I was just looking on a great big old pressure map and I said, oh God, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. The North Island's about to catch a devastating tendril of moisture that's been diverted its way by the geoengineers with their big old beams and the boom boom plumes. And it's not looking good for you guys at all. So I'm going to roll the weather plan over the next few days. The storm that was in Australia is going to be sent your way. These tendrils of moisture are carrying a lot. And what's basing a lot of stuff right now, if I could turn off this particle animation. Oh, come on, give me the line. I want to see the pressures. You got to see this. Right. This 1032 here is actually going to rotate in this direction. Okay? So anything coming down this way, it's going to have a hard time moving here. So it's got to ride this edge. And as this comes along, it moves its influence towards this here as it flows that way towards it. And it's going to float toward a lower low under here, doing the sneaky. It's just what's stalling things. It's what's stalling it here as well until this truck's off. This storm's going to come around, and it's going to take about 48 hours to do that. So I'll roll the what's going to go on so you see. Got to remember, the 14 line is coming way down here and up and over, right? So your atmospheric pressure line is right over the top of you. So it's kicking everything in this way. And this one here rotating this way is kicking that cold air up that's been bothering you from a long way away, right? In the lateral direction. And so for it to even go down here in a tendril is difficult. So it's going to be moving on a layer of the atmosphere that's different than this one being measured. I have to point that out. Otherwise, you end up with an impossible storm. So your green line's here, right? Volatility to the 18s easily. It's right here, right now. So as this truck slowly over that line moves, the moisture comes here, right? And as these storms merge, and there's going to be a merge, it's going to cause a low to spin right here. And boy, are you going to get some storms. And it's going to be relentless. In Australia, you got about 2 days before this area here starts seeing this here. When it does its spinner move here. And it has to do that as well, right? So you get a 4-day and out. You'll get a little bit of a break, not much. And then the batch from here will come through. It's a 4-day and out. It takes about 4 days to move from here to here with the moisture. Here, and 2 days rain, then 2 days rain as it moves along. And Sedona seems to be well in the sights of things. So I'm going to dive into their planning departments of permissions of what was turned down. So let's roll this without the pressure on. Oh, you got to see this, and the winds are not going to be very pleasant. Okay, let's concentrate on New Zealand first, because they're in the most danger. These storms are not going to be light; they will be tornadic, because you got all that tropical air coming down, mixing with that cold. It'll be more volatile after this storm from Australia with all its chemical catalysts in it that I'm going to show you if my tape keeps rolling. So you will understand the man-madeness of this, the man-made madness, and it is absolute lunacy. This is an impossible hook. Now, as this comes ashore, it's going to put a hell of a pressure on this island. And the earthquake risk is going to get extremely high in this area where my middle finger is because of how things twist. You got double low. See, here's your low forming. You always get a dancer until you pull the flow through the straight. See, right now the straight is blocked. So that's telling me they're going to beam it with high pressure. So we'll be looking for beams, heating this up to keep the flow from coming through. And that's going to make this much more devastating. Because all this moisture is slinging up and back in. It ain't just going back out to sea. It's coming back at you. Because this is a lull. It's what it demands with its flow. Right? It's sucking all that in. And all of this is coming. Every bit of it. Until they hit a beam and cut that, all that has to strip in. Yeah, here they're planning a cut. And that's a secondary storm, right? Strip the moisture, send it in. How many spinners you got? So they'll say one low, two low, a triple. This one here is spinning high. That's spinning high. That's spinning high. And everything is aimed here. Right here. Napier. Heavy, heavy downpours you're going to get all at once. That's going to be a flood. There's no way it's not. These mountains here are very, very rugged. They're beautiful, too. What a sight. If you melt the snow on top of one of them, you get another problem. Now you got a big old storm, and it's going to be raging off the coast. Here, I'll stop it on this day. Let you see. Right. Let's go with your wind. Right. This is raging on two sides of your island. Roaring through the strait. As they let the pressure go. The low of this one's obviously lower than that. Boy, is it when this comes over, you got hell to pay. The winds themselves, danger zone. Yeah, like I said, my friend Picton is looking like you shot for safe harbor. Called that too. I try to keep my peoples safe, you know. I watch their wakas too. Look at this roaring in. If you got surfing spots out there, you'll be feeling the rollers. You will. Absolutely. There'll be some damage on the shores. I'm doing a determining. You know, guys, you know when I start looking around like this, I'm looking at winds. Phew, fuck, that's fast. Not quite a cyclone. You're in a gale. Very, probably about a level 3, level 4. Big gale. And gale is blowing. So as we continue along, I'm going to go back with the rain, thunder, rumblers of the weather plan. This is a plan. They can't get a forecast right, but here's your plan. Your plan is a severe storm to park there. How many hours are they going to sit? Right, the initial low is hammers the corner. Right, spreads across, hammers your mountains, flash flooding all through those areas. And in this direction. It's not good for White Island. And the volcanic fields out there. So that might put just enough pressure on the Chromatic Trench out here to cause something maybe about out here or here. I'll have to look at the EMF to let you know closer to the date. And there it is right over the top of you. Wakatani, I told you. Oh, I'm glad my one will listen. That's right, that's my family. And the ancestors in the hill will never turn their back on me. Don't make them turn their back on you. Take caution, take preparedness now. Now you got reactions to do. You know where to go, you know what to do, you have your plans. Usually the safe spots, the same places you go if there's a tsunami, right? It's a high ground, it's secure. And maybe you have supplies there. And you got your family there to comfort you. Because then you're going to need it this week. Fucking hell, this is bad. These are the hardest forecasts for me to do. Because I seen it coming. Did you guys get enough warning? 1, 2, 3, 4.5 days. Almost 5 days from now you're getting hammered. And you're going to get hammered through there. And you're going to be hammered through there. And it's going to come back around after it's hammered you there. Have they told you this yet? That you got 4 solid days of getting absolutely geostormed. Really no break in sight. A little bit of they're saying a flow there, but what are they saying that day? They saying you're fucked. They're saying you're really fucked. Look like a big dick. Hey Higgins, there's something for you to draw. Only break he gives icon, I don't believe him. I don't. They say it's trucking on it. It's impossible. Not with these double rotators like this. It has to hold. It has to hold, and the pinch point's going to be bad, where the convergence of the winds are. And when it turns corners, they all hell to pay out at sea. So this island here is going to bear a hellacious brunt. You know, the one that looks like a bird skull, that sideways if you've seen it out in the woods and been ate by like ants. Well, I've seen what ants can do. So now I'm going to zip across here. And look what you guys get that day. Hi, have it, New South Wales. Have it, Vic. Here it comes again. Told you. And then right behind it is another one. I hope you get adequate warning. I hope they blame the right stuff. It's not fairy dust in them chemtrails, and there's an easy way to prove this. You go hang a petri dish out on your clothesline at night. Make sure it's sterile. And you catch that fog on it, and you get that fallout on it, and you put the cover on it, and you send it to a lab and get it tested for heavy metals. And you told me if that's a vitamin like Bozy says, that some kind of magic dust is coming out. Oh my God, I've never heard such harmful advice given in my life. Sir, you need your head examined. Maybe you're responsible for the trashing of my name. Telling me I'm doing those kind of things, which you obviously must be doing. My God, sitting there on a show telling you the white hat, blue hat crap. Look, you're being sprayed like bugs. You're getting geostormed one after the other. If they stopped it, why did the storms accompany these? Use your heads, people. Please get back out of your matrix pod or tell me you're going to eat the steak and I'll just give up on you. I've been having some incredible abuse for pointing that out today. I'm sorry. I fight people that give disinformation. I fight geoengineering, and that's the kind of advice that says, yay, we need it. No, we do not. The whales do not. The hell they do. Stop believing stupid. And if you don't like I just said that, tough fucking shit. Wake up. The Nebuchadnezzar doesn't make a second visit. That's right, people that are new to this, we often compare realizing what's going on to us to the movie The Matrix, and how the red and blue pill choice given by Morpheus to Neo was, does he want to not know or does he want to know? Do you want to see how deep the rabbit hole goes? Well, I'm showing you the rabbit hole every day. And I don't want people to just say, well, that's good for me. You know what? If you think that's good for you coming over the top of you, Sydney, why you coughing? Why you sick? Why you telling other people it's good? Go out and breathe it yourself over here in Bass Strait, because you've had some bastards in the sky over you. Yep, the Chem Bombardiers have been busy. Chem Bomb over there. Chem Bombardiers. Are you a Chem Bombardier? Because that's what you're sounding like with your blue hat. There's Blue Island out here where the big chem bombs going off. Why don't you go breathe it? Hey, Bozy, let's drag you through that mix and let me know how you feel when you're done. Can we check your blood gases first and after the fact? My God, I've never heard such a disappointment to me as that. This guy wanted to interview me and talk to me after the floods. Nah, his team of handlers wouldn't let that happen. And I'll show you the emails. I got them. Fuck this shit. You guys want to be duped by a politician? You go ahead and go vote. See how that gets you? See these chem bombs going off here where I'm pointing. Boom, 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 boom. I'm so upset about disinformation. That's disinformation. I'm sorry. That we're picking up in the freaking air is nothing. That's a vitamin. It's nothing that's curing you from anything. You better take your healing of yourself unto yourself, or the call will take you too. Because stupid is going away, and you could be one of them. I could be one of them. Could I get that fucking lucky? This chem bomb I'm pointing at right here, exploding over the ocean. Over the ocean, going this way to fuel the demise of people over here. That's not fair if it's something over there. Something over here is going over there. Does that sound fair? How'd you like somebody coming to your barbecue and spraying something over the top of you and they won't tell you what it is and walking away when all your food was out? Well, that's what's going on with this. You might have been having a barbecue out here. You might have been sitting out over a blanket. And something's calling over the top of you that you ain't told about. But somebody says like fairy does. Even that stuff, you want to know what it is. You might have an allergy. What the fuck is wrong with people? Don't you think? My body, my choice. Your body, your choice. Facts don't give a shit about your choices. They just are. And the fact is, you're being duped. Again. Well, go on. Have your hopium pills. I call them chem bombs. Hey, ain't a hopium pill up there, folks. That's the hopium pill, no. Hey, you're getting bombed like bugs. You're getting zapped like bugs in a freaking fryer with microwaves. You got 5G over there blasting you, but you don't get no signal. You ain't getting a signal on your phone, but the towers are up. Where are they being used? That's a question I also want to ask. Why are there 4 individual bombs going over here outside Sydney where the predicted flood area is? Why did the storms follow these? I'll tell you why. Because it's called geoengineering and it's to control the weather, to gain trillions of dollars in funding. I wonder how much that trickled down to that guy. And the other laughing clown next to him that thinks it's so funny that we believe there's harm going on. Well, I wonder what else they trusted of the governments too. And lied about that. Well, here's your totals for 10 days. And what's sitting off here, I think is coming ashore. So get ready. Because Freddy is here. You better be ready for Freddy. Because it's the nightmare on everybody's street when he comes to visit. And I'll tell you what, Freddy's visiting here. And it's not very kind. And it's in the chemtrails is not safe. Aluminum, barium, strontiums, and such as. Yeah, people dying for me to put this one picture up. I have got to. I'll do it within the next day. I'll show you what was picked up in an air sample in the air from an actual lab. I won't open my emails while you guys look. I want to see what, no, not Safi, I want National Loopy. Let's see what, if we got anything wild going on. What in the absolute hell's going on here? How can that stayed with nothing in it? Bzzz, getting fried in a broom. Bzzz. Hey man, the Wicked Witch is flying in the skies and the Doppler tells the tale. Yeah, man. You're getting fried, man. How you liking it? Yeah. But wait a minute. Maybe that's a good fry for you. Yeah, that's it. Well, just go stand in front of that microwave. Maybe Bozy says that's safe too. What a clown. What an absolute clown. He said vote for me and never registered to vote. It was a guy in California did that when he was running against the only person that had my point of view that I wanted. So the other point of view automatically wins. Well, guess what? You got it done again. See that beam coming out? That's geoengineering there, Mr. Bozy. I think you got an education coming from me. Why don't you watch my videos and learn? Why don't you put out something to sample the air? Why don't you tell us what this vitamin white head, blue head, bullshit twats? Twat heads. 2 heads. See, when you say it fast, twats. It's all the same color as of Israeli flag, United Nations flag. And you're getting pwned. Absolutely pwned. It's where you get pawned and owned. Well, I refuse to be enslaved by a system that sold me out before I was born. Well, let's see what's on Big Hugh Swats of crap going across Africa right here in Uganda and all that, where the gorillas one day will be missed. If we don't stop these chem bombs going off over the top, and you see that formation? Same thing you see over Chemstraya. Look at this shit. That ain't fairy dust, folks. That ain't a vitamin. That's not mother's milk. That's toxic, and it's falling out, and it's getting in the ocean, and you're gonna eat it. When you fish and you get it, and your kids, let's go out for a sunny day, and you're breathing and shit, and somebody told you this is healthy. That is sickness mix. I've showed it many times. That's sickness mix. And if you tell somebody that that's healthy, you're sick in the head. Absolutely sick in the head. Now I'm just going to leave you with that. Bozy backwards is SOB. And SOB stands for son of a bitch. And that's all I got to say about that. You want to spread dope juice, you do it on somebody else's time. Because our time is short. If people that seek the truth start saying sickness mix is healthy. You know what? Your attitudes about that's very unhealthy to yourself. Please, come around. Admit when you're wrong. You got duped. Okay? Suck it up, buttercups. We get duped all the time. The first biggest dupe of all for me is that jet fuel could melt steel beams. That never can happen. And you know what else needs to happen? You guys need to look up hashtag expose the 28, because there's a whole lot being hidden from you. But this ain't hiding. You ain't hiding. The sky cannot disguise what's in the sky. And well, that's all I got to say about that tonight. I'm getting upset. Big love. Peace.